Welcome to Blue Frog Live. Yeah. Oh, do we have a show for you? The Lonesome Ace String Band is here. Are you ready for that? Oh, I wrote down some quotes about this band. An old-time band with bluegrass chops that plays really good folk music. And also, Bluegrass Unlimited magazine said, these are three powerful musicians playing and singing some powerful music. And ladies and gentlemen, we have them here. They travel all over the world, North America, Europe, to all kinds of festivals. And we're so glad they came back to see us. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lonesome Ace String Band, right here.
right, thanks so much, everybody. It's so great to be back at the Blue Frog. This is one of the last gigs we played before it all went down, and we feel like we are back in the good old days. Today, about 25 years from now, when we've all grown old from a wandering how, we'll all sit back at the city dump. We'll talk about the good old days. You pass a joint and I'll pass a wine. Anything good from on down the line. A lot of good things went down one time back in the good old days. Yeah, the good old days are past and gone. A lot of good people are doggone on. That's my life when I sing this song about back in the good days. Sometimes I get to thinking that we're almost done and there ain't nothing left for us to figure out. I guess it must have seemed a lot more like that back in the good old days. You gotta go, you gotta go. There's always somebody, don't you know, hang around saying, well, I told you so, back in the good old days. Yeah, the good old days are past and gone. A lot of good people are done gone on. That's my life when I sing this song about back in the good old days. Where we'll all join hands and we'll gather around when that old guitar starts to make that sound. A lot of good things went down downtown back in the good old days. We were in love with the people that we hadn't even met. Now for anything that we could get, we did it then and we'll do it yet. Back in the good old days. Yeah, the good old days are past and gone. A lot of good people have done gone on. That's my life when I sing this song about back in the good old days. Yeah, the good old days are past and gone, and a lot of good people have done gone on. That's my life when I sing this song about back in the good old days.
Yeah, that's Chris Cool on the banjo. John Showman on the fiddle. Those can't actually be their real last names, but they are. Cool and Showman. Yeah. Basically, I had to change my last name just to fit in this band. That's one of many changes that happened in the last few years. In the fall, around this time in 2019, my wife and I packed up all of our stuff into a big 8 by 16-foot trailer, hauled it across the country, moved out to the Caribou Regional District here in British Columbia, and stayed at our friend's guest cabin while we built a house like on raw land, and got ourselves a puppy and a couple of kittens and a baby, and it's been quite a year of changes, year and a half of changes, and it's been wonderful becoming a British Columbian, and good to be here. Except for the one thing that I knew about, sort of, intellectually, but to physically experience is the fifth season, fire season, and that when it's sort of threatening your entire world, it's a little different, and we were spared, but many people near us were not, and this song kind of came to me last summer. It's called "Praying for Rain." The ground's bone dry and there's smoke in the sky from the McKinley Lake wildfire. Late last night there were lightning strikes that lit up the eastern sky. Rolling thunder all down the valley is keeping us awake at night. We're nail biting 'cause there's thunder and lightning, not a drop of rain in sight.
It's been hotter than the old folks remember, and it's got us all praying for rain. Praying and complaining while the wildfire's gaining. No, no.
Here we go again, here we go again. Smoke's gotten thicker and the fire's moving quicker. It's jumping across the canyon walls. Livestock falling and the ashes are falling, falling on the forest floor. The mountains are fading 'cause the smoke's pervading. There's a stinging in our eyes and chests. Day after day, it's a thick blue-gray. It's got us all fighting for a breath.
And it's been hotter than the old folks remember, and it's got us all praying for rain. Praying and complaining while the wildfire's gaining. Oh no.
Here we go again, here we go again. The sun overhead is blazing blood red. Temperatures continue to climb. The hot wind's blowing and the embers are glowing and the firefight's running out of time. There's a town's burned down all the way to the ground, about 100 miles to the south. When the fire started storming, there wasn't much warning, just everybody trying to get out.
And it's been hotter than the old folks remember, and it's got us all praying for rain. Praying and complaining while the wildfire's gaining. No, no.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
It's been hotter than the old folks remember, and it's
Got us all praying for rain. Praying and complaining while the wildfire's gaining. Oh no.
here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Trouble all in the ocean, trouble all in the air. I can't stay here no longer, I have no steamship fare. When my earthly trials are over, you cast my body out in the sea. Save all the undertaker bills, let the mermaids flirt with me. Trouble's in my body, my sweetheart's forsaken me. If I ever see her face again, I'll have to swim across the sea. When my earthly trials are over, cast my body out in the sea. Save all those undertaker bills and let the mermaids flirt with me. Sweetheart, I cannot find. The only thing I could call my own is a troubled and wearied mind. When my earthly trials are over, cast my body out in the sea. Save all the undertaker bills, let the mermaids flirt with me. I do not work for pleasure, earthly peace I'll seek no more. The only reason I work at all is drive the world from my door. When my earthly trials are over, cast my body out in the sea. Save all the undertaker bills, let the mermaids flirt with me. Trouble all in the ocean, trouble all in the air. Can't see here no longer, have no steamship fare. Well, my trials are over, cast my body out in the sea. Save all the undertaker bills, let the mermaids flirt with me. Here's Max Malone here on the bass, and he's going to sing us a song that we've been playing. It was the first song, I think, on, or maybe not the first song, but anyways, it was on our very first album, and we've been playing it mostly by request at almost every show we've done ever since. He does an amazing job on this one, and I know I've probably played it about 1,000 times, and I want to play it another 1,000. This is called The Hills of Mexico.
When I was in Old Fort Worth in 1883, and a Mexican cowboy came stepping up to me. He said, "How are you, young fella? How would you like to go and spend a season working in hills of Mexico?" And I had no employment,
Chris Cole on the banjo, folks.
So did you guys manage to keep busy since the last time we saw you? It was tricky, wasn't it? It took a while, but I found some ways to fill my time there. I baked a lot of bread at the beginning. I got into that for a while. I was sort of already into it, but I got into it wholeheartedly. I wrote a lot of songs. That was good. Got up, did a lot of getting up early and writing songs in the morning. So that was good. And the third thing I did that filled my time, I had a lot of existential crises. Yeah, there's a lot of time, a lot of free time to wonder about what the hell you've been doing with your life the previous 20 years, you know. Anyways, but you know, between those three things, the 2 years just seemed to fly by. Really, it's pretty good. Anyhow, this next thing I'm going to play for you sort of gets two of those things. I wasn't able to fit the bread making in. Anyhow, this one's called Simply Going Sideways. Fire on the mountain. Seems like only yesterday we were drinking from a fountain. Man, were we high. Never miss your water until it all goes dry. Simply going sideways. 45 days and nights out on a great northern highway. Town to town, spent your whole life singing, but you barely made a sound. Jack of the trade, king of the road. Try to do it your way. In the end, it's all just rock and roll. Searching for something they won't ever forget. Inside and outside, still you didn't find it yet. Or in Detroit, man at the booth says you can't ride, but you have to pay the toll, boy. This road ain't free, said I'll be damned. This freedom's all it's ever given me. Jack of the trade, king of the road. Try to do it your way, in the end it's all just rock and roll. Searching for something they won't ever forget. Inside and outside, still you didn't find it yet. Someday I might tell you, you won't find it from searching, but only those who search ever find truth. I'll let you know. But right now a new day's dawning, and it's getting time to go. inside and outside, stated and find it yet. Inside and outside, stated and find it yet. Inside and outside, stated and find it yet.
Thank you. Here's one of those old cowboy songs that's so old no one really knows who wrote it, and so good people are still singing it. It's called Old Paint.
Farewell, fair ladies, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Farewell, fair ladies, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Goodbye, my little Tony, my pony won't stand.
Old pain, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Goodbye, old pain, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Old pain's a good pony, and she paces when she can.
Old Paint had a colt down on the Rio Grande, and the colt couldn't pace. They named it Cheyenne.
Old pain, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Goodbye, old pain, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Old paint's a good pony, and she paces when she can.
Last time I saw her, it was in the late fall. She was riding Old Paint and leading Old Ball.
Old pain, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Goodbye, old pain, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Old paint's a good pony, and she paces when she can. on that cherry, cherry river line. So kind, I went back to see her, she was always on my mind. I found her with another beneath the spreading pine, hugging and a kissing, drinking cherry wine. Lonesome here, it's lonesome all the time, lonesome on that cherry, cherry river. Some other fella's got her in the meadow Barbary. This train that I'm riding, it's pulling mighty slow. I hate to hear that lonesome, lonesome whistle blow. Lonesome here, it's lonesome all the time, and it's lonesome on that cherry, cherry river. Someday I will forget her, no longer on my mind, but I never will forget that old cherry river line. Lonesome here, it's lonesome all the time, lonesome on that cherry, cherry river line. John Showman on the violin.
All right. Do any of you guys like? Do any of you guys like actually barbecuing big pieces of meat, like slow cooking large pieces of meat? It's oh yeah, it's one of the best things about the endless winter of Canada. You can always take refuge in your backyard with a barbecue and a bunch of wood and a big piece of meat. It's fun. Yeah, I'm always envious of people in the South, because their weather's always perfect for it. In Ontario, man, the season's a little short, I feel like out here you'd have a better chance at some December or January barbecue. So the reason I mention this is I like barbecue. I really like making barbecue. You get to stand out in the backyard with a beer and ignore all your responsibilities for a day, and nobody gets mad at you because at the end of that day, it tastes really good. And all your sins are forgiven. So can you please help with the kids, and can you walk the dog becomes when's dinner ready? Anyway, the reason I mention all this is because, you guys heard a song that Chris wrote and a song that Max wrote, and they're good songs, I was thinking, I got to do something here, keep pace with these guys, I got to write a song. So I had this melody going through my head and a groove, and the sort of the foundational elements, as it were, of some kind of song. But the problem is I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to write about. I was drawing big blanks and feeling nervous and sad and all those feelings of being totally stuck. So I looked deep within my own soul, down in the little cracks and crevices in there. And somewhere down in the darkness, I found a big piece of pork shoulder staring back at me. And I thought, yes, this is the answer to my problems. I am going to write a song about smoking pork shoulder. Yeah. Well, hold on, you haven't heard it yet. And here's the thing about this song. It's a subcategory of food song. It's a recipe song. So I'm going to detail it to you in the next, is it 4 verses? I think so. I'm going to detail you in the next 4 verses how you can make a piece of pork shoulder turn into something that looks like a blackened meteorite but tastes really good. It really tastes good. Yeah. You all right? So take heed. It goes on. I got me an 8-pound pork shoulder today. A cheap cut of meat'll smoke best is what they say. Hit it with the rub, overnight it in the fridge. You could leave it on the counter too. I can't wait to get a low slow smoking in my barbecue. For the rub, a tablespoon of sugar and pepper to start. 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, cumin, garlic, and salt. Then a teaspoon of dried chili powder. Oh, the hottest one that you can't stand. I can't wait to get cooking. I'm a pork shoulder smoking man. Get cooking. I'm a pork shoulder smoking. Start cooking at 4:45. You smoke it 6 hours at a temperature of 225. 6 more hours wrapped in butcher paper with the heat back a notch or 2. I can't wait to get smoking and I love to get cooking with you. Can't wait to get smoking and I love to get
a mop is easy like a Sunday morning, but any old sauce will do. Can't wait to get low, slow smoking in my bar. Can't wait to get low, slow smoking. Can't wait to get smoking, and I love to get cooking with you. Can't wait to get smoking, and I love to get cooking. Can't wait to get cooking, and my pork shoulder smoking. Are you anything like me, folks? In the last couple of years, man, one thing I got sick of was buying things from Jeff Bezos. Oh, man. I mean, you'd be sitting there and you'd see this thing that you sort of like maybe half needed if you were lucky, and sometimes you didn't even only half wanted it, but somehow, you know, you click the button and like the next day the thing shows up on your front porch. It was amazing and quite addictive, but I got sort of rueful of it after a while. And but I had to admit, you know, when we went back out on the road in February, you know, we realized the whole retail landscape has completely changed. People are sort of used to this sort of instant gratification type of shopping, you know, and we knew we were going to have to do something to compete. So we put our minds to it, and when that didn't work, we put the Lonesome Stringband algorithm, which not many people know that we have one, but we do. And we put that to the test, and it came up with something that has been amazing. And it's worked, and we've refined it over the past several months. It's called the merch table. And it is incredible. We beat Amazon by a long shot because from the moment you see the thing you want, you can have it in your hand within 2 seconds, folks. It's a really amazing shopping experience. And the only reason I'm mentioning this is because apart from all the usual stuff bands have at merch tables, such as hats, t-shirts, and CDs, we have something extra special on this round, and that is Showman's Lonesome Ace #1 Spice Rub. So if you were listening to that last song and you were thinking to yourself, man, oh man, I wish I could make some pork shoulder just like Showman over there, but I'm not sure I could get it to taste so good, we have totally got you covered here. Now, I know this is BC, so half of you guys are probably vegetarians, and you're thinking to yourself, I don't even want to look at any pork, much less rub it. But this stuff, man, we've been carrying this around with us for like 6 months. Not this particular batch. But we've put this stuff on everything. I had it the other day. I rubbed it on my muesli in the morning for breakfast. It was incredible. Max back there, we got in a bit of a car accident a little while ago. He had a gaping open wound on his arm. I made a poultice from this stuff, and it didn't even scar. This stuff is incredible. It works as good on COVID as that horse dewormer they were touting a while back. It's just an incredible product, and I know you're thinking to yourself, what could this product possibly cost? The answer is nothing. The Showman's Lonesome Ace #1 is free with any purchase at the aforementioned merch table. And now I'm going to stop talking lest you think I'm some sort of capitalist shuckster. The only reason I bring all this up is to introduce this last tune in our set, because it's the tune that the Spice Rub is named after. This is called Showman's Lonesome Ace #1. We've had an enjoyable time playing for you in the first set. Folks, stick around for the second set. The second set makes the first set look like an idiot, so you don't want to go anywhere. We'll be over at the merch table. Come say hello to us.
Welcome back to Blue Frog Live. Part 2, Lonesome Ace, string band, right here. Here we go.
Sitting in your car at the filling station. Daylight's fading, we're sitting here waiting. The sun goes sweeping across the Southland. Trucks line up at Bill's ice cream stand.
It's just something about the season. Sitting at a pump with no good reason.
Rolling down a highway heading nowhere. Send me a postcard when you get there.
Drunk and raise hell in the lawn of an old hotel.
Never forget when the morning came. Sat on the banks and waited for the train.
Killed the bottle and hooked it to the tracks. Shattering glass.
The train came roaring down the railroad. We closed our eyes and felt the wind blow.
Like never before, like never before, like never before. Trying to tell myself I can trust her. Crossing the line in a Nashville high-rise. City of lights fading in the sunrise. Told you I want to get married in Vegas. You told me you want to have a bunch of my babies. You gave me a ribbon of elegant blue. Get so low when I think about you. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again.
Hey, thanks very much, folks. The three of us are big John Hartford fans. We love his music. And we've recorded actually several of his songs. And actually really recently, Chris and I recorded a duo record of a whole bunch of John Hartford songs. And it's going to be launching 2 weeks from yesterday on all your streaming services. So if you like John Hartford's music, check out what we're going to do to it. But right now we're going to play you guys a song that the three of us have recorded. This is one of maybe my single favorite John Hartford song. This one is called Skippin' in the Mississippi Dew. It goes like this. Steamboat, pilot house, stove, engine room, brass, hanging on the post, main deck stair with the long hair, skipping in the Mississippi Dew. Well, the river run deep, run wide, run muddy, or the river run long after I am gone, with the steamboat weaving on a big wide bend, I'm skipping in the Mississippi Dew. Last Sunday, 12 feet of water on the Memphis gauge. It wouldn't be spring without the mud and water rolling on a paddle wheel skipping in the Mississippi Dew. Well, the river run deep, run wide, run muddy, or the river run long after I am gone, with a steamboat weaving on a big wide bend, I'm skipping in the Mississippi Dew. I'd ship on the river 35 days on a bally line boat and to make a little money, get a swing down chicken, I take off, skip it in the Mississippi Dew. Yep. Well, now the river run deep, run wide, run muddy, or the river run long after I'm gone, with a steamboat weaving on a big wide bend, I'm skipping in the Mississippi Dew.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, we were just in the studio about a month ago back in Ontario, and we were getting ready. We're going to release another album next summer, and we've actually been playing you a bunch of the songs from the album, such as the Pork Shoulder song and the Forest Fire song. There, we all recorded those, and they'll be out. And this is another new one. This is one that I wrote sort of about this information feedback loop that seems to be screwing everything up on these days, and it's called The Echo. Well, all I can hear is the echo. It's coming around again. I know just where it's going, and I know just where it's been. He's got me deep in the canyon where the sun never shines. So there's no soil for growing, there's no way to mark the time. The echo sounded so sweet in my ear, Now it's all that I can hear, that I can hear. The echo sounded so sweet in my ear, Now it's all that I can hear. This used to be a peaceful valley with clear water running through. You could take just what you needed. Each day it brought us something new. But now the banks are overflowing and the water's running brown. It's too deep to get across it. There's no way to get around. The echo sounded so sweet in my ear, Now it's all that I can hear, that I can hear. The echo sounded so sweet in my ear, Now it's all that I can hear. I first heard the echo, I felt 10,000 strong, like a voice in a chosen choir, singing the perfect song. Though the song is bold and righteous, I've begun to fear. Might be singing proudly, we're the only ones can hear. The echo sounded so sweet in my ear. Now it's all that I can hear. The echo sounded so sweet in my ear. Now it's all that I can hear. The echo sounded so sweet in my ear, Now it's all that I can hear, that I can hear. The echo sounded so sweet in my ear, Now it's all that I can hear.
All right, well, we've played a few fiddle tunes. I'll play you guys some more. These ones are kind of a little different from the other ones in that they're not really strictly kind of like old time fiddle tunes, which we've been doing up till now. But the first one was an old Scottish tune called "The Highlanders' Farewell to Ireland," and when it at some point migrated over to the Appalachian Mountains, it became just Highlanders' Farewell. And a fiddle player called Emmett Lundy played it a lot. But the version I know is from a guy called John Beckoff, who plays just an incredibly beautiful and haunting version of it. And
10 minutes long.
Yeah, he probably plays it about 15 times through, and it's almost not long enough. I won't play it that many times through, don't worry. The other tune we're going to play, what we're going to do is we're going to dovetail that tune into one that Bill Monroe wrote. And these two tunes seem to go really well together. And Bill Monroe did like Scottish and Celtic music, and this song kind of reflects it a bit. This one's called Monroe's Farewell to Long Hollow. So I hope you like this set of tunes. Here it goes.
That's John Showman on the fiddle. Chris Cool on the banjo. Anyone ever have a falling out with a family member? That's a more honest crowd than I'm used to. That happened to me, or I happened to it a few years ago with my dad, and you know, we weren't speaking for not very long, but you know, a little bit, and I started writing this song sort of about it, and when we were coming up with material for this next album, I sort of unearthed it and was looking through it, and sort of, you know, in going back over the lyrics, I was like realizing that, you know, part of the problem with my dad and I was that we were too much alike, and that was where that stemmed from a lot of the disagreement. Was just, you know, we were both sure we were right, and so then it sort of morphed into a song about just sort of taking a look at yourself and stepping back and taking a breather and trying not to be too judgmental. So hope you like it. It's called Country Mile. I sat in judgment with stones in my hand, kept my anger simmering like fat back in the pan.
got nothing good to say, say nothing at all. Mighty fine advice, I'd say, for one and for all. Let's take a reprieve from our set in stone belief. Stop adding more fuel to the fire. There's always a chance, back up off your stance, put an end to this one-man trial. Take a breath and walk, 'cause you must.
All right, well, here's another new one. This song is about sort of a hippie who he reached his midlife crisis years, you know, that sort of age in around 50 or so, potential. And that time coincided with realizing you can now order mushrooms in the mail. So the names have been changed to protect the innocent. Flying high, flying low, hard to tell just where you'll go, but you'll be there. When the wind blows strong, all you do is blow along, but you'll be there. You can use up all your reason looking for a kinder season. All the people that you know, they're all gonna come and go, but you'll be there. When push comes to shove, it's just an exercise in love, but you'll be there. You can use up all your reason looking for a kinder season, but your spring can't come till the winter's winds are done. Live it up, pay it back, just enough to keep on track, but you'll be there. In the end, you might claim that it's all just been a game, but you'll be there. You can use up all your reason looking for a kinder season, but the spring can't come till the winter's winds are done. Summer's just a waiting for the leaves to start falling off the trees. You won't remember when it all begins again, but you'll be there. You won't remember when it all begins again, but you'll be there. You won't remember when it all begins again, but you'll be there.
Right around one of our first gigs on this tour, someone, we toured out here. We've been touring out to BC for probably almost 20 years. Before this band, we toured in a band called the Foggy Hogtown Boys, and we did play here with the Foggies. Thank you. Chris is the memory of the band.
He's the historian,
the archivist of the band. Yeah, and someone requested a tune that we used to do with that band that I sing, and we thought, hey, let's do it again and again and again. And so we're going to do it here for you tonight.
Like the echo.
Yeah, just like the echo. This is called I'll Break Out Again Tonight.
Slowly the long day turns to night, and soon they'll turn off the prison lights. Within my cell I'm making plans to be at home with you again. These walls and bars can't hold a dreaming man, so I'll be home, tucked babies in. They can chain my body, not my mind, so I'll break out again tonight. The warden thinks I'm here for life. All he's ever seen is these old stripes. He don't know about my blue suit and tie that I'll wear when I'm with you tonight. These walls and bars can't hold a dreaming man, so I'll be home, tucked babies in. Train my body, not my mind, so I'll break out again tonight. Oh yes, I'll break out again tonight.
Well, before I before I really started playing with either of these guys in the bluegrass band, I played for about 10 years. My only source of income was playing in Irish pubs, and I played about 6 nights a week in Irish pubs. And one thing I will say about those gigs is I don't remember really any of them, but I think somewhere along the line I learned a couple of.
I was on that gig.
Well, like I said, who knows? But no, there's one thing I do remember, though, is I did have the best St. Patrick's Day gig in the world. And that gig entailed me and a drummer and a guitar player from Toronto loading into a car and taking shifts without stopping, driving 30 hours due south to Key West, Florida, sometime around mid-March. And Key West, Florida, in mid-March it's a magical place. It's a lot of drunk people. Three main subcategories of drunk people. The first ones are college kids, American college kids on spring break. They're a menace. They're 18, 19, 20, and really, really excited about drinking as much as they can. And reality stops for them as soon as they, get somewhere past Key Largo. And then there's the Key West cruise ship people. Those are like all the older couples who are on cruise ships, and by the time they get down to Key West, they've been baked by the sun. They kind of stumble around like they're on the surface of the moon, walking down Duval Street, buying weird knickknacks. And, half of them will eventually get drunk and wind up at the Irish pub as well. And then, of course, there's the locals. The locals are a really amazing group of people. They're sort of a disparate group of individuals when they arrive there, but by the time, 20 years of Key West wind and sun has had a chance to kind of bake into them, they all look about the same body type, and they all have about the same skin color and the same hair color, and it's pretty hilarious. And they all get drunk on St. Patrick's Day, too. So anyway, very long gigs. We start about noon and play till about midnight every day for about 2 weeks. And I had one refuge, this place called the Green Parrot, which is a bar just a little bit on the kind of southeastern side of town, a little bit off the main drag. And it was mostly bar staff that would hang out there and, sort of calmer people. So it was a good time. And they always had great bands. They hired wicked bands. One night I was there about 12:30, maybe 1:45, drinking a beer. Band starts setting up, and I've been playing music for 12 hours, so I wasn't expecting to be very impressed at that point. I was kind of tired, but man, they started playing. It was like this Zydeco band. It was the best music I'd ever heard in my life, and I ordered another beer and a fourth beer, and suddenly it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. The band is just getting going, and I'm just having the best time of my life listening to music. I was just soaking it all in, and I had these two big realizations. The first realization I had was that if I sat there in Key West, Florida, on that bar stool for the next 40 years, I would die the happiest man alive if that band kept playing the whole time. The other realization I had was I looked around, and I realized that a lot of people were way further down that road than I was in that bar. And I thought, I'm going to go back to Toronto. So I came to my senses, and I drove 30 hours north, and I got out of there. I just wanted to kind of immortalize that moment for myself and that band and just that whole feeling of listening to their music. So I wrote this song. It's called The Midnight Band. I hope you guys like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna chop up some wood and break a few eggs, get a fresh start on a brand new day. I'm gonna write a new song and fight off the blues, open up the blinds, shut off the news. It's a cloudy old day, but I'm feeling fine. I can make hay when the sun won't shine. I made a few calls and I've been hatching a plan. Let me tell you all about the Midnight Band. Well, the Midnight Band, don't need nothing but a place to stand, the mic turned up, drinking my hand, making music all night with the Midnight Band. Well, the lights grow dim, don't stray too far. There's a couple more seats at the end of the bar. PA's buzzing, and with a 1, 2, 3, a honky-tonk and the key of E. Well, they dance like a fever and the band plays on. Midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, gone. Well, the bell's been ringing, and they stay till the end. Then they give it all up for the Midnight Band. The Midnight Band, don't need nothing but a place to stand, the mic's turned up, drinking my hand, making music all night with the Midnight Band. might be right, I guess I could be wrong, but I never stopped singing this old time song. And if we learn all the words and get the tune just right, we'll be tearing the roof off Saturday night. Yeah, I can see it in your eyes, my Georgia girl. You got a heavy heart for a troubled world. But don't you worry, come and take my hand. Let me introduce you to the Midnight Band. Well, the Midnight Band don't need nothing but a place to stand. The mic turned up, drinking my hand, making music all night with the Midnight Band. Uptown, downtown, across the land. Stop falls in, I won't give a damn. You can call my number in the Midnight Band.
Hey, folks, thanks so much for coming out tonight. I want to thank all the staff here at the Blue Frog. It's a wonderful place to play, especially Pat back there on the soundboard. Thank you so much. Give him a hand. You know, if there's one thing the last few years have taught us, it's that stuff like this really matters in our life. Having places like this, and all this stuff is a labor of love, folks. None of us are there's easier ways to make money than this, I can tell you that. And so a place like this demands on people with a passion for providing a special place for community to come together. So please keep supporting. You're so lucky to have something like this in your neighborhood, and tell your friends. On behalf of the whole band, John Showman, Max Malone, I'm Chris Cole. We're the Lonesome Stringband. We look forward to playing for you another time down the road, and we'll leave you with just an old classic bluegrass and old-time song called Wild Bill Jones. True lover's side, bad hand to leave her alone. He said my age is 21, too old to be controlled. I drew my revolver from my side, why destroyed that poor boy's soul. Well, he reeled and he staggered and he fell to the ground. Then he made one dying moan. I threw my arms around my true lover's neck, said, honey, you'll be left all alone. Well, the police overhauled me, marched me on down to the jail. I wrote my true love a letter, said, honey, come and go my bail. Well, my bail's $10,000. That's a debt I could never pay. She wrote me back a letter, said, honey, come on home someday. Well, I used to be a rambler. You could call me the rambling man. Well, I used to be a gambler. Call me the gambling man. Come home, you rambling rounders, while I got this money for to spend. We'll get us some old corn whiskey. Drinking's gonna be alright. I was on that old train when it blowed for the night. I was on her when she blowed for the day. She went around Well, thank you very much. We've got nowhere to go. Otherwise, we would have tried to play Hard to Get, but thank you. We really appreciate that.
Sit down, buddy, and we'll drink and smoke.
Woman, don't you weep for me.
'Cause my hands can't fiddle and my heart's been broke. You
Damn old piney mountain.
I lost my fingers in a Galax mill.
Buddy, sing a sad old song.
And my heart got broken on a big pine hill.
Lord, and my time ain't long.
I started into logging when I was in my prime.
Woman, don't you weep for me.
Hitching up spruce to the big drag line. You
Damn old piney mountain.
When the skidder starts bucking and the gears come down.
Buddy, sing a sad old song.
Making God's own thunder on the new cut ground.
Lord, and my time ain't long.
We were fighting over nothing and drinking too hard.
Woman, don't you weep for me.
Riding up to camp on a flat rail car. You
Damn old piney mountain.
And now it's 30 years of hanging on the old chain brake.
Buddy, sing a sad old song.
I got laid off and paid off back in 58.
Lord, and my time ain't long.
Now the skidder got sold to the scrap iron yard.
Woman, don't you weep for me.
So I moved down Virginia when the times got hard. You
Damn old piney mountain.
And I lost my fingers in a steel bandsaw.
Buddy, sing a sad old song.
And now my fiddle just hangs untuned on the wall.
Lord, and my time ain't long.
And now it's all growed over on the logging road.
Woman, don't you weep for me.
And the wildflowers bloom where the big shays blowed. You
Damn old piney mountain.
And there's nothing left to do but to drink and smoke.
Buddy, sing a sad old song.
'Cause my hands can't fiddle and my heart's been broke.
Lord, and my time ain't long.
Lonesome A String Band, everybody. Let them hear it. Wow. What a night of music. Did you love that? Oh, my. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting live music. And thank you for supporting Blue Frog. And we'll see you again real soon. Good night, everybody.